situazione frequentemente senza di me, se le tele in secca si abbracciano una sommersa di secreti impossible, la visuale della crisi, queste scienze di sito. Lei che svendenti nada, ne scappa, si viene via, ci va sul manico sotto la statuetta sulle macchine da ride, rosso secco rimia, non sono le tempo, sono schede regolata 7 hours, 7 hours and a half, is maximum less because we have to create time, or according to my imagination, we are used to use time schedule, diciamo che say time, where, so from the medieval unit, 15 plus 1 plus mix 1, 14 system and no one, parting set, no sono buff, scusi, particolare, third party, only for as soon as it was best because it was a beautiful routine, beautiful painted benches, but to nip and the passages, in fact, when the best because they do, including the materials, my comments on the section, one to the first one, the first comment for total, one of them is a different section, and no friends in testing, reference shot in me, one and one side, I think, yes. Seated in flowers along the rocks, mixed with the plants. And those specks the thing is white. Well, I don't know, in fact, if not, in better should be better, I should have questa parte del video, which Verugia lascia il video dove scatta sia in genere famiglia. Ragazzi, mi vuoi che sia uno, se sono un solo amico, quindi amico tu. Oh, for a broad perspective, also for design, play the short cinematographic mentre seguo for the music editing for the second time, per scurtini, beautiful grey curtini, beautiful painted benches, perhaps also for the first sustain story course in classico. Adesso anche in frente a Xatise, Mangarting, secondo in gestione stile carrosti, also mi si disegna at one day and interaction cita così to the shot also the easy effect of when the easy regulation and also an easy but tomorrow an easy graphic measure ma also read a little picture sentence so easy for the curtini repeat easy for the time visual curtini visual painted images and also here repeat thing for the music for the same time for the first sustain story words say classification for the curtini also here repeat thing for the second time I don't make that easy and now let's see it also for the curtini only but repeat especially secret for times as when it is picture sentence is but also always better visible for me its entirety in shot seconds medical in general shot branches. Segredo riuscire di attivismo, potrebbe continuare su stesso, altro è importante solo in porta del suo esercizio, innanzi del test P, cioè senza il tempo sono spesso per il once again, but those always better visible for me, it's entirely, in short seconds minutes. And finally, Roman will keep an energy, some PG, also gives me attention. And there is also another shot, I think, as a part really more most from it was job 34 it was started, but the important that it was idiot my conseguite la gente che my conseguite perché also non certi minuti con NASA to make strategies part metri così le contre le vanno insieme sempre and few weeks ago I played a video which was special interpretation of a track video come inizio così per già si Josie and Tuba for 2 weeks in particular, 2 weeks season 2, and I dedicated faculty to easy is the but for the back to play it happens just for weeks ago. Ci pensate il match di tu, I dedicated to solo tu, ma se non mi si tenente per il fatto match di tu, e mi posso dire che scendo una match di tu, and attraverso poi dedicated to solo miss for this before my country so from the fact was dedicated only to the only one, my country or my country with the party, it became an indication to all over than 3 persons I read my country when visited the party, ma strange my event is not the party, mi sembra ci sia party, but when the fact was blood, a video 2, 2 days, 8, non si, sui 2, video 2 c'era 2 versions, CP80 al Mega Sans al Medivan, e la version original style, adesso sbatti in fiuto base original style video 1, praticamente internet, la parte del food, e ne parla a dedicare questi video tutto, sono fatto GIF da quanto vuoi, tu John Chen, sei chiese, sono al suo nome, John Josie Parker, posso chiese, le contate, see one and see me, I see me things in person, to John Chen 650% and last TV 26, and so I repeat, it's also a gift one, this video don't just do it well, but in this month for maximum income in the first weeks of June, I should probably also give to do for it. It's the preparation attack if you need to do so it's the attack result of physics from the Twin Peaks Akira. This is Josie Aerostein parenthesis Josie Pass. The radical solution which are still from to which are still to meters. So the mass is one which one pieces and a single moment of mass pieces and yes the solution is in the first time to swallow a ratio with a shoulder floor it comes in some of the thinking in this first week of June. And so I repeat, it will be a gift to for John Chen 650 well, just into one video with the gift one for the money for the box, we don't want to do it. See the make a million also the money or forever also some one and show one of them a video some last one to upload it. I was doing but in fact important in my sense of thing when this speech is that is to receive shot a film già before you consider alpha condition di non mettere alpha condition senza sempre il secondo before perché senza attivare il main problem da chi mi mette alla sono tutte cose per the problem the main problem is factoring on to display as a main problem the keyboard is factoring on to display in fact insensitivity is the main problem the keyboard factoring on to display but as also other is the problem so but another problem the main problem is factoring on to display the one is without to fix it. E allora, mi dico, non posso venire qua, sono le visite. Faccio una serpa, lo scherzo, e va, andiamo, poi io letto back. Dates, in genere, sono 8 capitoli, also for us, not sure information, but come si letto information, but all important is very for the record, which is in the 6% of the maximum significant part material with materials OS, it was to SS, so the record is equal to sociale. Potete vedere close, musica di record, 8 compiti, they tools for us, but surely not in no for me, as in comparison to 6 in particular months, they are just all the revisions called the 20 minutes. But in particular, sessione se ti serve di voto famiglia. Da, se sì. Perché fa absolutely. Diciamo che muore mania, si muore mania, ci mania, ci monza. Avevo solo secondo invece che la che con reason on Friday e essere 6 days at point new year 6 days because like we want for the guys from the worst for Mr. Madot so for was a blue and white if not to get a light blue and for the guy in time think I'm using it this week of 25 Friday war yes all things that perhaps no all things that perhaps no for me on Friday so whatever think on boys no one watch any other videos one whatever I also should be repeat should be the idea but the doing it one day one time bisogna darci questo per visitare especially what of that should be released ovviamente le short bisogna trovare la cosa fatta non sono già biscuits non ti fa però maybe will come to biscuits and see us and think that one person to the data shock ci così allora così ci shock così e tra tu mi sei cosa tu mi sei batti in particolare se non si sono short negative culture Joseph Bishop for anche su una trasmission video su short Minerva infatti la sua sorella non significa lo stesso secondo è minerva conosce via davanti alla cercazione dove Simone si finisce quando i grandi dell'attenzione non si anche probabilmente Tix se inizi a fare esatto esami di si quanto conosce non conosce non c'è si vede che minerva infatti non vuole a seguire lo stesso conosce il and so since it's not tema concetti senza comunque io stacking the backpack questa mega non è also buona perché è mega buona se vede la spiegazione di questo fatto mia su questo alla fine sul sistema e che sono sul settore di backpack questa mega se continua qualsiasi non credo che sia stato con grazie scusate per così per cosa cosa avete fatto diciamo già non si vostri sempre così because 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 attraverso posizione per macro ciò che in fact questo è un because